Hello everyone, welcome back to SportsKhabri. I'm Rahul and we're here to sort of discuss what we can expect from this Indian side and what we should probably expect from this Indian side before they face Syria in their final group stage game of the AFC Asian Cup. Well, it's been a sort of disappointing campaign so far. A 2-0 loss to Australia, then a 3-0 loss to Uzbekistan. We spoke about the learnings from that Australia match. We wanted to see some attacking intent, which in fairness to the Indian side, they did show against Uzbekistan, but I think we've said this multiple times on our previous shows as well. In these big crunch games, you just cannot concede early. If you concede early, it's going to be a very, very uphill task from there on. That's what we saw against Qatar when they scored early against India. It was nearly impossible for India to get back in the game, and that's what happened against Uzbekistan as well. I don't think we were really in this game because Uzbekistan scored early, which I again, in fairness to the Indian side, I think was very lucky. It was a header that was gone wrong, went wrong from the striker and landed up sort of in that area between the last defender and the keeper. And Sandesh Jingan and Gurpreet Singh Sandhu could do nothing much about it, and that ended up in the back of the net. However, I still feel like there are certain things we could have done for this first goal. If Jingan was more aware, probably could have stepped up, and a smart defender would probably do that, step a little higher, because then you're playing that man offside. That was a possibility, but then again we went on to concede a second, this time from an error from Rahul Beke, who is experienced. I mean, if you have your experienced defenders making mistakes at this level, it's just not going to cut it. He makes a mistake. 2-0 Uzbekistan, who again, in fairness to the Uzbek side, had dominated the game. They played well with the ball. And after that 2-0 up, the onus is not on the Uzbeks to come and attack the Indian side. India have to sort of take the game. But then India, who haven't scored a goal in this AFC Asian Cup, you just don't expect them to score two and come back into this tie. And it just became so much more harder for India when they went 2-0 down in that game. Yep, we did strike the bar a couple of times. Rahul Beke header and then Rahul KP in the second half came on and tried to do things. But before the break, we conceded a third, which made it, which really sealed the game. Any hopes of a comeback were surely lost when Uzbekistan scored the third. After that, it was just a matter of sort of India playing for pride and providing some entertainment to the fans who had sort of traveled to Qatar and people who came out to the stadiums to support the side. And yeah, they did sort of entertain in the second half, but again, the goal didn't come. It's going to be important against Syria. I mean, funnily enough, after all of this, India can still qualify for the round of 16s if other sort of results go their way and they win by a couple of goals against Syria. So yeah, India of course need to attack, but we need to make sure we do not concede early. This is a big factor in sort of that will determine India's success at this competition. We cannot concede early. If we do concede early, I do not see this Indian side coming back. I have not seen that sort of fight and character that the Indian side has shown after going a goal down. We have been physically at it. We have been fighting when there is something to win from the game, when it's nil all or when we're leading by a goal. Haven't really seen India come back from a goal down, and that could be worrying. We need to ensure we don't concede first, because clearly we don't have evidence of us being able to stage a comeback. Hopefully India score first and then get it to the wide players who can do something. Mahesh, Changte, probably Sahal won't be there for this game again. So that's pretty much that. Let's hope that India gets something from this Syria game. Not something, we need a win against Syria, and other results go our way and we end up qualifying.